Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Samuel. Um, Welcome to my YouTube channel, Victor the Analyst. So today we're going to be talking about pivot table. So and how to calculate calculated measures. So what is pivot table and what is it used for? Pivot table it's a way of summarizing a large data set, like remodeling it to answer your objective. And the way objective question is coming in data analysis is like, okay, what is the total revenue by a region? For you to answer, for you to be able to answer that question, you need to remodel that data in order to answer that question. So now, say for example, now we want to know the total revenue generated by region, and we want to drill it down by state, like we want to filter it down by state. So we'll move ahead and first of all, if you want to create a pivot table, you click on any point in your data set, you go to insert, you click on the drop down the pivot table, and you click on from table stroke range. So this is a table stroke range. This is our the range. You can see it's already highlighted, and this is, if you want to create, this is new worksheet. That means we want to create it in a new worksheet. It's going to show down here. If we want to create the pivot table in right in this our work existing worksheet, we just have to check this. But no, in this course of this tutorial, we want to use a new worksheet. So we're going to check the new worksheet, and we check the add this data to the data model. Then we'll move ahead to click on OK. So now we've finally created a pivot table. So we name this as total revenue by region. Click on enter. So now for us to answer that question, we'll bring in our revenue, drag it to the values. First of all, before I proceed forward, let me explain what this four quadrants does. This fourth quadrant, this is where most people confuse when it comes to pivot table. They don't know where should I drag, to where will I drag this one to, what should I drag here, what should I drag here. So let me explain it in a brief way I can be able to explain. Your values is mostly where your numerical values goes into. This is where you do your aggregation like sum, aggregation like counts, aggregation like distance counts. This is where all those things happen. And when it comes to like when you come to categorical data, you can actually put your categorical data in your values too as well. But you can't do some on a categorical data. The only aggregate you can do on a categorical data is count and distinct count. So moving forward, we've already gotten our total revenue. Now we want to get that of region. We drag in region to the rows. Now let me explain this. The rows helps you to arrange your data in the horizontal axis. As you can see, it's help you arrange it in the horizontal axis. Now we can still move forward to know which category was able to produce this total revenue. So we come down here, we bring in our category, we drag it to the column. In the column section, it helps you to it drill down your data in the point that in the column section, it's arranged them in the column section, which is the vertical section. If you add this plus this, is going to give you this total. You understand? So now, what does the filter does? Filter help you to drill down your data. Now, let's say for example, we've gotten our region. We want to drill it down. Let me check if we have country here, like by states. We bring here our states here. So we want to check for only two states. Let me say California and Texas. So come here, we check all. We say we want to check for only California and we want to check for Colorado. And let me see if we can still have Texas there. Texas, yeah, on Texas. Okay, no, let's check on California, Colorado, and let's go for Texas. And we click on OK. So these two regions shows that both of that three states are in these regions, and this is what these are the revenue they generated. So now moving forward, we want to create a calculated measures like calculated. Most of the time, you might not have your all what you need here to or what you need in your pivot table to answer your question. Like take for example, what if you want to calculate the average um, order value for your in your analysis? The way you can do that is through by doing a calculated measures. So for us to do that, we want us to do the same procedure, or perhaps we can still come here and create a new pivot table. Let's create a new pivot table and add this to model. Click on OK. So now we want to create a new measures for getting our average order value. We right click here, we see add measures, then we click on it. Then we name it average order value. We make it description. Value description can be let me say it can be optional. In this our case, we leave it as optional. So for if we want to get the formula for average order value is total revenue divided by total number of quantity and total number of transaction. That is average revenue. That is total revenue divided by total number of transaction. So for us to get our average revenue, I mean total revenue, I keep saying average revenue, sorry about that. Our total revenue is the sum of revenue. So it's going to be like this are going to do is going to be sum of revenue. We click on tab, then we'll have it like divided by for us to get the total number of transaction. We all know that um, our order ID has the total number of transaction, which is going to be like you count the order ID. For us to do that, we just click on we use the count function. It's going to be count tab. Then we write the model, which is the order. We click on number order orders. We come down here. We look for order ID. We click on tab. Then we close the bracket. We close the bracket. I'll click on enter. No, sorry, we click on OK. So this has created it down here, average order ID. So we'll drop it down here. So this is it. Our average order value is 14114. So this comes to the end of our tutorial. Make sure you subscribe and like and keep waiting for other video. Thank you very much and God bless you. Have